Today, there are a lot of misconceptions about what Marxism is, not just amongst its critics, but even among self-proclaimed Marxists and leftists. People often see Marxism as utopian or idealistic, a failed dream of obscure 19th century academics, but the reality is that Marxism is not only an incredibly applicable tool, but a relevant guide to action in addressing many of the world's problems. We'll be aiming to put some of these misconceptions to rest by exploring the core component parts of Marxism in 3 short videos. This is the first. Marxist philosophy is based in materialism. So what is materialism? Materialism is an understanding that the world around us is objective, perceived through the eyes of individuals, but fundamentally made up of matter. Materialism rejects superstition and reaction, belief in the supernatural and pseudo-scientific, where idealism upholds consciousness as the deciding factor in existence, be that the idea that when you die the sun won't rise again, or that we are merely pawns in the game of some greater being. Materialism upholds physical matter as the deciding factor in existence, in our shared experience of the world around us, corroborated by all the teachings of natural science. Materialism holds that the world is real and not an imaginary thought. It refutes the idealist notions of spiritual hierarchy which have throughout history upheld class society, the exploitation of man by man, and to a greater extent nation by nation. Marx's materialist philosophy developed from that of Ludwig Feuerbach, a 19th century philosopher whose materialist outlook posited that processes such as history progress in cycles, fixed patterns without change. Marx found this overly formulaic. In applying the works of Hegel, whose outlook understood existence to be in constant flux and change, a constant struggle between opposites, which in philosophy is called a dialectical process, to Feuerbach's materialism, Marx uncovered the real driving force behind material processes. His resulting theory, dialectical materialism, a synthesis of the 2 theories, taking the best from both, is a continuation and expansion of the works of these 2 philosophers, bringing them out of the idea that processes are isolated or that the universe is imagined into the dialectical material world, effectively turning them on their heads. But Marx didn't want to leave philosophy in the realm of idle discussion and debate. For Marx, the point of philosophy was not just to interpret the world, but to change it. And to this end, Marx and Engels applied dialectical materialism to the study of history, the concept of historical materialism. Historical materialism holds that societies have been, and continue to be, defined by a struggle between 2 antagonistic social classes, the exploiter and the exploited, and that the motive for social change is the resolution of that struggle, the overthrow of the exploiter by the exploited, for instance, the capitalist revolutions which put an end to the previous feudal era. Just as man's knowledge reflects nature, i.e. developing matter, which exists independently of him, so man's knowledge, i.e. his various views and doctrines, philosophical, religious, political, and so forth, reflects the economic system of society. Thus, society itself is built on the contradiction between its economic foundations and the culture, political systems, and so on that reflect it. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in learning any more, make sure to keep an eye out for our future videos. If you have any suggestions, let us know down in the comments, and remember to subscribe and share the video out as much as you can to help spread the word. Thank you.